night playing with the Stews at Avenel Brewing. If you're not familiar with Certainly So, they're an indie rock group, like I said, from Nashville. They got a great, just like quintessential indie rock sort of vibe. Just feel good stuff, beautiful sort of chord changes, just great songwriting, good singers. Yeah, like y'all got a good sense of melody, stuff like that. Just good songwriting. First album they came out with 2021, right? Future Self Only Dreams, great album. Dreams of Green after that was that 2022.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and then got a new one coming up, right? We can speak about.
We can.
Yeah, right?
We can
Okay.
speak about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, super pumped to have them here. And yeah, we're just gonna ask them some questions about what's been going on with them. So first, I want to start out and just get everybody to introduce themselves. So y'all give me your name, hometown, what you play in the band, and then let's hear your favorite album. Which we can, if you want to think about that for a second, then we can do the first three first, and then we'll go back around with the favorite album if that's cool.
Okay.
I'm down for that. My name's Colby. I play the acoustic guitar, sometimes the electric guitar, then I sing.
My name is Tanner Gray. Oh, hometown?
Hometown, Chelsea, Alabama.
I'm also from Chelsea, Alabama. And my name's Tanner Gray. I play electric guitar and I sing as well.
My name's Chase Porter. I play bass, and I'm from Madison, Mississippi.
I'm Zach Corder, also from Madison. I play drums, and I know my favorite album.
Let's hear it.
Gaucho by Steely Dan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was going to say one of my favorite albums is Gunfighter Ballads from Marty Robbins.
Okay.
I listen
cool.
to that one a lot.
Is that the one with the red album cover?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he's like
Big Iron.
Big Iron and El Paso.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love that album.
Nice.
I'm gonna say like OK Computer,
Okay. Cool.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Faces, Mac Miller.
Okay. Cool. Nice. All right. Cool beans.
Good spread.
Good spread.
Yeah. It's good spread. Yeah. All right. So what if y'all had to choose like just one song that y'all could show somebody to check out? Certainly So. What would be a song that just summarizes y'all's sound the best?
That's tough.
It's hard to say.
I think right now 1422,
Okay.
one of the
That's
new
a
ones.
good-
Because it's got I think a bigger chorus than what we usually do. The harmonies are really full,
Yeah.
right? You have like you were talking about earlier, the chords and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the melodies and all that. And everybody's part I think is really well done. So I think that's a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say like if I was a betting man, I would have to bet on Foreign Ties.
Okay.
Not because I think it gives the best representation of our sound, but just because it, just seems to be very likable. People like it,
Yeah.
It is on the chiller side of our sound though.
Yeah.
Where we go a little more hard rock than that song does, but yeah, at one time that was a pretty good representation of our sound.
Mhm.
But it's changed since then.
Yeah, dude, that's funny because, like, I would say that, like, that's probably the song that when I'm showing people y'all's music, I usually do Foreign Ties,
Mm-hmm.
which is funny because,
Exactly.
yeah, because when I interviewed The Thing and asked them that question, they said Ana de Armas. I was like, yeah, me too. Like, that's why I showed people. Cool. What's y'all's favorite song to perform? At least right now.
Well, I get 4 different answers.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I know mine. Mine's a new song. That's unreleased called Panic Attack.
Cool.
It's just fun to play. It's just a rock and roll song.
Nice.
I like when we do Downtown from the first record.
Yeah.
It's one we don't play
Such a
that
saint.
often, but I really like to play that one.
Yeah. It's a longer one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a 2-part song.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
I think Miss America right now.
Cool,
It's
yeah.
just still fresh, but it's got a real fun drum beat for me.
Yeah,
it's
it does,
kinda
yeah.
bouncy and it switches it up. So.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that, like Paul Simon, like Graceland feel. Is that the album? With like he did those African rhythms. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, it's cool. What about you?
I like Patience.
Cool.
One of the new ones we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fun. It's really just fun at the end, like the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I like it, but
Yeah.
when you just get to the end, and then Zach goes big on the drums, and then Tanner's
Yeah,
ripping
yeah.
a solo. Chase
Yeah.
is, me and Chase are like walking down on this thing.
Yeah.
And then it comes out in this halftime, and then it's super cool. So I imagine if like it was in a huge place, like if you're playing that like in an arena, it would be sick.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you
Packed
play in
crowd,
like a 100 cap room, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah.
You close your eyes, it's real.
Yeah, exactly. Zach, tell me about like your drumming background, because you're a pretty skilled drummer. You got some
thank you.
chops.
Wow,
You got some
that's
chops.
nice.
So
I agree.
what'd you learn on, like, what'd you grow up just playing like in your drum room, like throw some headphones on?
When you were a kid, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Taking it back.
honestly, well, I would swap between guitar and drums a lot until I got to college and we wanted to start a band, but there was all these guitar players and no drummer, so
Right.
I was just going to be the drummer. And man, I don't know, I was into like jam bands at the time. But then when I really kind of got serious about drumming, I just started listening to jazz and just getting kind of out there. And I don't know, I practiced some of that stuff, but I still don't feel like my chops are there. But
Jazz.
I want to practice more, honestly.
Yeah.
But no, I
There's always
appreciate
more to
that. I like playing along with like Steely Dan, just good
Yeah.
records that I love. And
Bernard Purdy.
Yeah, I feel like you're like a drummer. You follow drummers rather than like bands.
Yeah.
You know, like studio drummers.
For sure. Yeah. Just always try to not do too much, but you want to be able to play, something awesome in the moment, but you can't just like do it. You got to wait for the right time.
Yeah.
So that's always a struggle.
Yeah, like I'm starting out. I've only played a few gigs as a drummer, like newly, and yeah, it's tough. Like you can't play a fill that you can't pull off. You know.
Right. Totally.
You gotta get used to and like learn how to not overplay it.
Right.
Yeah.
And
tough.
yeah, it's like you could not play a fill for an entire show and it wouldn't matter, but if you play one bad one, it's like, oh, why do you do that?
Yeah, it's like
That guy sucks.
yeah. It's like in your head, you're like, God, that was terrible shit.
And you really want to do it, you really want to play that fill, but it's most of the time it's just better not to.
Yeah, it's high risk.
Yeah.
High risk for sure. All right, so I want to move on and get to more like down and dirty with y'all songwriting and just influences and like what that's like for y'all, because like y'all are obviously very mindful and intentional songwriters. I can tell like y'all really like care about the song. It's not about just like playing. And so I want to go through y'all's albums a little bit. Start with Future Self, Only Dreams. Their first album, such a great album, dude. I love that album. It's just filled with like just catchy, just like great indie rock tunes. So much fun to listen to. I had so much fun like discovering that album through like listening to the radio through WVUA. I think the first one I heard was Foreign Ties. I was like, what is this? I dig this. And I heard Dizzy too. I was like, same guys? Like, what the hell? Like, what are these dudes? Yeah, dude, I dig that album so much. Showed my brothers. We all love it. And yeah, it's awesome. So I want to hear like about what it was like make that album for y'all and like writing. And like, was it like a long process? Like y'all had kind of been together for a while, kind of like getting started, getting together, and like maybe a few years putting these songs together? Or was it kind of just like a year, like real quick?
So when Tanner moved back to Birmingham in 2018, we started to write. Well, he came over one night, and we hadn't written a song together in a while. So that night we started to write Golden State and Fool's Gold.
Cool.
And then I would go over to his apartment, and he would come over to mine, and we would just write music throughout the year. And then it got to the point to where we were like, all right, well, I think we need to. I think we want to expand on the project. Yeah. So he's like, you remember Chase and Zach from Mississippi State? I was like, yeah, dude, they're awesome. He's like, well, they live in Nashville. I'm gonna ask them if they want to be in the band. Is that cool? I'm like, dude, of course. And he called them. And I swear, like an hour later, he's like, "Dude, they're in." So we were like, "All right, sweet." So we
Chase was like, "Yes."
Yeah. I liked we had done a couple demos, and he liked the demos. And
we recorded them in Birmingham.
We were like, "Sweet."
Oh yeah.
They sent demos.
We got them in, and then we started to. I really started playing at the end of 2019. So we played like a couple of shows, and we had some stuff set up, and we didn't have any music released, but we were getting to that point, and but then COVID happened, and all of our shows were canceled, and all the momentum stopped. So then we made an album based on songs that me and Tanner had been writing the whole time. Chase has one that's on Dreams of Green. Far From Home is on there. Cool. So just everything over like I guess the year and a half period. All those songs just kind of came to be.
Yeah.
And so because of COVID, we were able to go in and make them. Only weird part is the songs weren't 100% settled.
Yeah.
So we're kind of just chasing them in the studio. But we're proud of how it turned out,
Yeah.
and we appreciate you,
Yeah, of course.
liking the album and showing it
Yeah.
to people.
Yeah, y'all should be proud of it, dude. It's awesome. It's a
It's
great
fun.
album.
We were definitely still learning like how the studio worked when we went in
Yeah.
there. Like we had all recorded before in certain situations, but never as legitimate and professional as
Right.
that studio
Yeah.
we were at and who we were working with, and
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, we were. It was a learning process,
Yeah.
and it came out. But it was cool. Like at first, we had songs like Foreign Ties and songs like Dizzy, and we were like, do these even belong on the same album together?
Mhm.
And we were worried that it was just going to jump around too much, but that's just kind of who we are.
Yeah.
We write songs that are very different from each other,
Yeah.
and we just put them on the album together. And it
Dude,
always
yeah.
ended up working out in the end. Like
Dude,
it
I
sounds
think-
cohesive.
Yeah, I think that's something that's awesome about Future Self Only Dreams, that there's such a wide sort of spectrum of what you're hearing on it. Like you got the softer stuff like Foreign Ties, and then you got like still some attitude like Dizzy, like makes you want to headbang, and then like Wonderful Time is just super groovy, just like some that's like bossa nova.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so dude, it's such a fun album to just listen to. So let's move on to Dreams of Green, y'all's second album. It's really interesting the sort of like shift y'all made to the second album, because y'all are very sort of like indie rocky on the first album, but I got pretty folky on number 2,
Mm-hmm.
and like a lot of acoustic sort of simpler stuff, and it has a great just like sort of like innocent feel to it, you know what I mean? Just like in a good way, just like these just simple like innocent songs with these charm. And so I'm interested in like how y'all sort of decided to like make that sort of shift like with that second album, and then like with these new singles y'all have been sort of coming back around, playing more like rocking a little more, and just how did y'all like sort of consciously think about how that shift was going?
So, Dreams of Green was basically a collection of songs that didn't make Future Self Only Dreams because they were maybe a little more country leaning.
Okay.
And so we kind of leaned into that. We recorded that in 1 weekend in Chase's basement.
Oh wow. Whole album?
With the same engineer,
Mhm.
yeah. And so we just kind of leaned into like the country thing, and tried to keep it, certainly so. I guess we were still the Indigo at the time, but
Yeah.
we made it our own. But definitely leaned into that country vibe,
Yeah.
and
Kind of an experimental thing.
yeah.
It started out as like they were just going to be bonus tracks. Like we were just going to release these songs as bonus tracks because they were a little different, more acoustic, more folky, country, whatever. But then it just turned into more songs, and it turned into an album. And we hope to experiment like that again after the next album. You know, like
100%.
we have these big dreams of like doing a professional studio album, then doing an experimental album, kind of on like a repeat. Just going back and forth.
Yeah, dude, totally. You got to keep it fresh. You got to keep just doing something that's new.
For sure, that
Mhm.
that's literally the motto of the band. Is like do something that's new. It's, and it's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
Yeah, I always
hard to be truly innovative.
Yeah, I always find it interesting when bands are able to just like do an album of just like one genre and they just flip. Like you listen to King Gizzard, like
Yeah.
they just like every album is literally a different genre, and
Mhm.
it's so interesting because like when I think about like when I'm writing, I'm just like whatever comes out. I'm not thinking about like the genre and some like I don't know how it works. Like when you just like get yourself in a different sort of headspace, you guys just like only let yourself listen to that genre or something for like the months going into it. You know?
Yeah, well, I feel like also sometimes you just write whatever comes out, and if you write enough and you have a big enough backlog, you can start categorizing them together.
Right,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like here's this song goes with these other songs I've written,
Uh-huh.
but these are here or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
totally.
genres are out anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like the good stuff nowadays really doesn't fit into a specific genre.
So who was that cover artist?
It was a lady named Olivia Wendell or Wendell. I didn't really confirm that.
Yeah,
but
she-
she's a textile artist.
Oh,
in,
wow, cool.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
She's great. She did an amazing job, and her art is super cool. Her textiles,
Yeah.
her
She does like quilts and scarves and like a lot of really cool
Sweaters,
stuff.
yeah.
Sweaters, yeah.
Mhm.
I have one of her blankets. You have one of her
I have a
blankets
blanket,
too.
yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
They're sick.
Are they comfy?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
They're very
Nice.
cozy. I got to go to dinner with her one time as well, and
Oh, cool.
she's just so nice. Her and her husband, like they just had a kid recently, and
Nice.
just living life in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
In Williamsburg.
Do you know her Instagram? You can
Yeah, I
plug?
think it's at Olivia Wendell Textiles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Textiles.
Go buy a blanket.
For
Check it
sure.
out. I might go buy one myself. All right, so tell me about y'all's songwriting process. Like, with an individual song, like, how do y'all sort of take it from, like, sort of the moment of revelation of, like, something happens in your head, you hear this idea, get it down on the guitar, and then, like, you take it from there just as a guitar idea into, like, a full song. How does that work for you guys? Or is there, like, a way that it works? Just kind of whatever.
There's no one way.
There's no one way. A lot of songs, I feel like there is one consistent way, is that usually somebody comes up with an idea and then brings it to somebody else and they help them finish it. You know, that's pretty consistent. Like sometimes it starts with me, or sometimes it starts with Colby or Chase, and or some, you know, and like then like somebody else will help you finish it. So like one time I had an idea and then me and Zach finished it together. And like, you know, Chase had an idea and then me and Colby helped him finish it. Like last week.
Yeah.
So that's but a lot of them, I think, start with music first. I think that's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Like
Instead
a
of
riff.
lyrics.
Instead of lyrics, yeah. And then we fit the melodies in there, and then the lyrics usually come last.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
it just depends on the artist, you know.
yeah, and like it's not like we
lyrics.
really brush over the lyrics. We still put a lot of thought and time into the lyrics, but they usually are the final touches.
So what about like, let's just discuss about some music that y'all love, just like stuff that y'all just dig, and like let's just talk about it. It's always fun.
Let's see, what's something recent or like
Dude, whatever, just like whatever's been on your mind.
Jonathan Richman.
oh yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
got into that.
Jonathan Richman. Yeah. The
How-
I
how's
Jonathan
that?
album, 1992.
Okay.
It's a really good album.
What kinda-
He's the lead singer for Modern Lovers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he
Runner.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, does he have that song "I Was Dancing in the Lesbian Bar"?
Yes,
I love
that's
that song.
on the
album.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
It's a perfect album.
I love that song.
We were
Perfect
just
album.
on tour, which like obviously when we're on tour we're in the van most of the time and we're listening to music most of the time, and we just wore that one out. I Was Dancing in a Lesbian Bar, great song.
Yeah.
You Can't Talk to the Dude.
Summer Feeling.
Summer Feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do y'all feel like like how do y'all feel like y'all's influence is reflecting y'all's music? Like I can tell y'all do a lot of focus on just like good melodies and like catchy melodies and like catchy chord progressions, and I feel like that's just came from the Beatles. Like the Beatles invented that.
I feel like our songwriting process is very similar to the Beatles,
Mm-hmm.
and the dynamic of it, and like the composition of the songs and how they bop around genres too. You know, like their albums
totally.
don't just stick to one type of thing
Yeah.
in their later albums, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then like you have a big Dave influence. I'm a big fan of Jerry Garcia. I feel like it comes through in my lead playing sometimes.
I'm a
but-
big Paul McCartney bass fan.
Yeah. No.
My very favorite for sure.
Yeah, he was just great at everything.
Yeah,
He
for
is.
sure.
Yes.
We were just talking recently. Need to get Paul McCartney at the Sphere
Dude, yes.
and do like a Beatles.
I'll
thing.
be there.
Like, not just Paul McCartney,
Dude,
but
that
like
is-
Beatles.
That would be
I think that's the
incredible.
only
Amazing.
reason I go to the Sphere.
Yeah, that's what I
Because
said.
like it's such a long trek, and like I don't want to be
It's
in
a
Las
big
Vegas
deal.
for any
Yeah.
amount of time.
Too.
Yeah.
Me and Chase just went, and we were there for 3 nights, and that is
Oh, yeah?
too long.
Who'd
To
y'all
be
see?
in
Dead and
to
Las
be in
Company?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too long to be
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
We saw Dead and Company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddies were there.
Yeah, I'm a
great.
big Grateful Dead fan, and I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I love the Grateful Dead.
But dude,
Yeah.
if they did a Beatles thing with Paul McCartney,
Dude,
that
I
would
would
be
be there.
amazing.
I would totally go. That would be so awesome. God.
But yeah,
Maybe it'll
it's-
happen, dude.
it's
It
an
can
adventure.
happen. Yeah. All right, I want to just shoot some like modern artists at y'all and just see if y'all know about them. Just
Okay.
stuff that I think y'all would probably be into.
This is
Y'all
gonna
said
be
y'all dig the
interesting.
Backseat Lovers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean they're big. Everybody knows them, but they're really good. They're one of my favorites, dude. Their second album, Waiting to Spill, is like so amazing. That album blows me away. Have y'all dug into it?
No, I'll put it
I'll
on
have
the
to.
list.
I'll have to
listen.
dig.
Dude,
I know
y'all
I'm
check
just
it
like
out.
a surface level.
It is like seriously good because like their first album is really good. It's like more, it's like it's indie rock and you know that, and it's really good, and it's like there's nothing wrong with it. But Waiting to Spill is like something else entirely. Like it blows me away. It's like just far like above and beyond. It's so awesome. Yeah, y'all check it out. I think y'all like it. It's like a little chiller. Like doesn't rock as much, but it's just like so beautiful. It's awesome. What about Loving? Y'all know Loving?
No.
I've not.
Y'all should check out Loving too. Similar like.
I think I should be writing these down.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll give you this flash.
Yeah, give me
the flash.
Yeah, I'll give it to y'all.
Need the flash.
But dude, yeah, Loving, another just like softer sort of indie vibe, like pretty like acoustic stuff, but I don't know, not really acoustic, but there's always acoustic guitar, but like there's drums too, like Wurlitzer and whatnot. But yeah, their second album, or I guess their first album, If I'm Only My Thoughts, is one of my favorites too, and it's just great, like just well written indie stuff, like y'all. What about Silver Twin? Have you heard of them?
Yes.
Yes, dude,
Yeah.
Silver Twin rocks.
Dude, yeah, I
we
saw
like
them on
them.
TikTok.
Yes, same.
And,
That's how I found them.
Yeah, I've actually reached out to them twice.
Oh, yeah?
Because I just want to work with them.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And like our producer lives in London, and they live in London.
Okay.
So I feel like it could happen eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Y'all said y'all know The Thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and 87. Y'all listen to 87 Nights at all?
No, I know that's like part of that,
That was-
band
yeah.
turned into.
Yeah,
The
it
Thing.
was like Zane, The Thing's lead singer's like previous project.
Gotcha.
Kind of similar vibe. The Thing kind of takes it to another level though.
Yeah, we actually got to
Interesting
meet them
Yeah.
at Mala Music last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're playing this year again. I didn't see
I
them.
don't know.
I'm not sure.
But we got
Yeah.
to meet them and got to catch their set, and yeah, they're great. They
Dude,
bring
yeah.
a lot of energy.
Yeah, they rip. They're awesome. All right, last one. Y'all like the Nude Party?
I know of them. I don't think I've really listened to
I
them.
haven't listened to them.
I've
Very
listened
good.
to them. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it. They're pretty like Americana feel and just like super just like feel good stuff. Just like party music. It's awesome.
Okay.
And it's still just like rocking. Like it's just straight rock and roll.
Yeah.
Like kind of Rolling Stonesy, but their own sort of like more American take on that sort of
Okay.
just like just raw sort of production.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're awesome.
I have
I
one
like-
for you.
Which
Have
one?
you heard Geese?
Dude,
Yes, dude. Yeah,
I just
Brooklyn.
listened to Geese
Dude.
the other day.
Yeah.
it's
Did you
very
listen
cool.
to that live album?
No,
They
did
have a live album?
Yeah, they did a live album.
Okay.
They're really good.
they're really
They're
good.
crazy,
man.
dude.
They remind me
that
of like
singer's
Kate.
got crazy range too.
Yeah.
I heard him
Yeah, I was
one
gonna say
high
that.
and he goes so low.
Yeah.
They're
Dude, yeah.
they're really good. I'm just getting into it, but
Yeah. Dude, his like vocal agility is like insane.
I know.
He can sing like any like voice.
Any
it's like
way,
a
yeah.
transformer or something, dude. It's
Yeah.
so
They are
cool.
wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very interesting. Like their album production is very interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like sort of loose, but also very tight.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that
Dry
because
vocals.
The Thing, when I interviewed them, they told me to check out Geese too because they're like Geese is from Brooklyn.
Right,
too.
right.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, Geese is awesome.
They got a thing going on.
Yeah, 100%. What about like any other current bands from Alabama that y'all check out? Y'all are into?
I mean, I know of the ones that are already kind of
Yeah.
popular,
Right.
like
The more established.
Alabama Shakes.
Yeah. Alabama Shakes, Red Clay Strays.
Yeah.
Dude, I've heard of them. I haven't checked them out yet.
Yeah, they're like Southern rock. They just put
Okay.
out a new album that was produced by Dave Cobb, like literally yesterday.
Okay.
Came out. Yeah, Brook and the Bluff is from
Yeah,
around
totally.
here. The Stews are like formed in Auburn,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
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 and Supper Club is from Birmingham as well. Like all
Okay.
three bands on the bill tonight at
Yeah.
Avondale are.
Y'all know Lady Legs?
Mhm.
I've heard of them, but
Yeah.
I haven't.
They're from
Spin
Auburn,
them
too.
on BMR back in the day.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, dude, Lady Legs is good. They're from Auburn too. They're pretty like indie sort of sound. Yeah, y'all like St. Paul and the Broken Bones too.
Yeah, that guy actually went to the same high school me
Oh,
and Colby
no
did,
way.
but he was
Oh, I didn't
he
know
graduated before we got
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he
he's-
graduated the year before we were freshmen.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The lead singer.
Yeah. He's such a performer. He's so good at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, closing up a little bit here. What just advice do y'all have for youngsters who want to get into music and thinking about doing it? What do you tell them?
Just do it, man.
Do it for
Pick
sure.
it up.
If
Whatever
you're-
it is
yeah.
you do, just do it. I don't care what it sounds like. You'll figure
Yeah.
it out and just do it.
For sure.
Yeah.
If you keep doing it, just
Yep.
keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep keep doing what you want to do. Hopefully, you become more successful. Whatever
Yeah.
that looks like to anybody, it all looks different. But
Yeah.
I would just say do it.
Yeah, definitely do it. If you're interested in it, go for it. And the best advice is just to do whatever you want. And like this is, do as I say, not as I do. But don't give a fuck what anybody else says.
Yeah.
Just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's harder. It's easier said than done. But that's the best thing you could do
Yeah.
in art in general.
And
Just
it's
do
so-
what you want.
It's so
Yeah.
easy, like, to make something and wonder what other people think about it. But it's like,
Yeah.
if you like this, then that is what matters.
That's what matters.
It's like if other people dig it, then that's just the like the
Exactly.
whipped cream. Like
Yeah,
it's if you really dig this and enjoy listening to it, then like that's why you're doing it.
Exactly.
Like,
You're
that's
your
what
own
matters.
audience. Making art
Exactly.
for yourself.
Yeah, and I think too, like, music seems like just something that you can be successful at if you try hard enough. It's like, because people kind of think it's like, it's either like, you know, you get lucky and you like, you know, get massive fame, or you bust and it doesn't work. And it's like, it's not how it works. Like, I think you just tour as much as you can, make as much music as you can, and just bust your ass and like.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
I think
work out
most
eventually.
successful bands you see grinded for a long time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm in the habit now where I see a band that's like doing well. I look back, when did they release their first album? Oh, they've been at this for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody has their time. You just have to be patient.
Right.
For
you
sure,
know.
yeah, and you can't give up. That's the
It's-
people that burn out or whatever. It's just to give, you know,
Yeah.
you just
And
can't
it gets
give up.
tough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Dude, very tough. We've had lots of trials and tribulations.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just keep going.
Yeah, just gotta keep going, man. If it's what you really want to do.
Okay, cool, yeah. So, big sort of closing question here. Like, what is the point for y'all? Like, y'all could have chosen any different career. I know y'all went to Mississippi State. Like, y'all could have done something with your undergraduate degree. Like, what is it about music that made you choose this over anything else you could have done?
I feel like for me, man, I am just set up for this. Like I love music, I love art, and I hate working in an office. I hate waking up early. I like staying up late. I like having fun. I don't like a strict, you know, like mundane routine. It's just, I don't know. This just fits with what I like, and I like to do it. It's just a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I would say I would, probably all of us too, like, you know, you would play music regardless. Like, I love playing live. And in college, that was like, I found these guys and playing live music and how much I loved it. And before this band started, like, I was playing like singer-songwriter stuff, doing acoustic stuff, or playing bass for a band, or doing whatever I could, and that was always the plan. You know, you never know if it's gonna be it's gonna go somewhere, but
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. It's kind of like living the dream at the moment. You know, it's something you don't know if you're gonna be able to do it like in a sustainable way, but this is kind of our opportunity. It's exciting.
Yeah, every day. Somebody else said this, but every day that we wake up and don't have to go find a real job is a good day. You know?
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Well, I've got one last segment. I've got a gift for you guys.
Oh,
Little
wow.
something.
I'm
Little
excited.
something. Check it out.
Oh,
Check it out.
very
A
nice.
little bit of Vinal.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Hey!
Sick.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Thank
St.
you,
Paul
man.
Broken Bones.
Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Band from right here in Birmingham.
Yes.
Heck
Be
yeah.
him
Thank you
proud.
very much,
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll spend that at Chase's house.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Thanks, man.
I got an encore gift too.
Oh!
I gotta tell you the backstory of this.
Is that a puppy?
Unveil it. I gotta tell you,
Is this
Watermelon?
I was not.
Golden goose egg?
I was,
It is a watermelon.
I was not planning on this at all.
Goose egg.
And I was at the Guitar Gallery in Tuscaloosa buying that record,
That's a good looking watermelon.
and
Boys will
I
like
bought
this.
another record, and I was like, dude was ringing me up, and he was like, "Yo, you're at $45. If you get to 50, buy another record, then I'll give you that watermelon right there." And I was like,
do that, man.
and I was like, well, dude, I found another record that I wanted, so I was like, all right, perfect. And then he was like, and I was like, I mean, shit, like, I'm living alone right now. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna eat a whole watermelon. He was
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, you give it to the band. I was like, that's a great idea.
Dude, we will eat this.
This will be
watermelon.
going
I'm gonna
well.
cut it up in
Today.
the green room and eat it
Yeah.
before the
Yeah.
show.
Sweet.
Thank you, man. Double,
Yeah, perfect.
Double handshake.
Thanks.
Good deal.
Great to meet you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me.